Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are breaking down the ultimate guide to navigating the Federal Trade Commission rules for creators of all sizes. Seriously, if you're an influencer, a blogger, a brand, or really anyone creating content online, consider this your definitive playbook. We're going to cover disclosures, the rules of the road, and most importantly, how to avoid some pretty hefty fines while actually building trust with your audience. So, let me ask you something right off the bat. Are your social media posts accidentally breaking the law? It's a pretty heavy question, I know, but it's one you absolutely have to ask yourself. A lot of creators just operate under this assumption that FTC disclosure rules only apply to A-list celebrities or mega influencers pulling in millions. Well, that is completely false. These regulations apply to creators of absolutely all sizes. Whether you're a micro-influencer with just a few hundred followers or a massive internet star, ignorance simply isn't an excuse. Failing to follow these requirements can lead to real regulatory scrutiny, totally damaged credibility, and actual legal consequences.
Okay, let's lay out our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the material connection rule. Second, our platform disclosure playbook. Third, we'll go over common compliance mistakes. And fourth, why authenticity always wins. Let's dive in. Starting with Section 1, the material connection rule. What exactly triggers an FTC disclosure anyway?
At the absolute core of all these FTC guidelines is one simple concept you've really got to commit to memory, and that's a material connection. Basically, this is any relationship, payment, or benefit that could influence an endorsement or affect how a consumer perceives your recommendation. This is the ultimate trigger for all FTC disclosure requirements. You see, the entire goal of the FTC is just to prevent deceptive advertising. They want everyday consumers to immediately recognize when a creator has a special relationship with a brand so they can make a fully informed decision before they buy.
Because here's the thing, a literal paycheck is not the only thing that triggers this rule. Sure, paid sponsorships obviously count, but so do free products, affiliate commissions, and ongoing brand partnerships. And get this, even family or personal relationships count. If you score a free hotel stay, some gifted lipsticks, or any exclusive perk in return for visibility, you have a material connection. Even if you genuinely love the product. If there is a benefit attached, or say you're promoting a business owned by your spouse, the FTC considers that currency. You absolutely must disclose it.
Which brilliantly illustrates a reality that trips up so many creators. Zero. Literally $0 is the amount of actual cash that needs to change hands for a disclosure to be legally required as long as a free perk or product was provided. If a brand sends you a free item and you feature it, review it, or even just casually recommend it, the FTC expects you to tell your audience you got it for free.
Moving right along to Section 2, the platform disclosure playbook. Let's talk about where to put your tags so they actually count.
Now, what's really interesting here is how the FTC expects your disclosures to adapt to the specific app you're using. On Instagram, you can't just hide a tag at the end of a novel-length post. It has to be right at the beginning of the caption. For disappearing stories, it needs to be clear on-screen text, and no, you can't cover it up with stickers. On TikTok, because everything moves so incredibly fast, you need prominent on-screen text and ideally a verbal mention too. And for YouTube, the FTC wants a layered approach. You should state the sponsorship out loud verbally and write it clearly in the description box.
And this logic totally extends across text and audio formats too. On Facebook, it's pretty similar to Instagram, clear text right near the beginning of the post. For blogs, this is absolutely crucial. You have to place your disclosures before any affiliate links or promotional content. The reader has to know about the relationship before they click to buy. And for podcasts, where people obviously can't see written text, you've got to disclose sponsorships verbally right at the top of the sponsored audio segment. The general rule of thumb across the board is just that your audience must encounter the disclosure before the promotional pitch.
All right, Section 3, common compliance mistakes, or as we like to call it, the Hall of Shame.
Look, we see it all the time. Creators love throwing around vague industry lingo. Things like #collab, #partner, #ambassador, or even #thanksbrand. Well, the FTC considers these completely invalid. Why? Because they don't scream advertising to the average person scrolling on their phone. Instead, you need direct, universally understood language. Think #ad, sponsored, or paid partnership. Simple is always better here. Nobody should ever have to guess if a post is an ad.
And you know, placement matters just as much as the words themselves. Hiding your #ad at the very bottom of a massive caption or burying it inside a sea of 30 other hashtags, yeah, that's a major violation. If an audience member has to hunt for the tag or click read more just to find it, your post is non-compliant, period. The disclosure has to be at the very beginning of the post. It literally needs to be impossible to overlook before they even start reading the pitch.
So here is a really crucial warning. Those built-in platform tools, they are not enough on their own. Apps like Instagram and TikTok offer built-in paid partnership labels. And yes, you should absolutely use them, but they don't give you a free pass. FTC guidance strongly suggests you shouldn't rely on them exclusively. You've got to combine those built-in branded tools with your own clear, written disclosures in the caption or on the screen. That's how you ensure complete, bulletproof transparency.
Also, keep in mind that honesty extends way beyond just slapping the right hashtag on a post. Making wild claims you can't verify, promising guaranteed results, misrepresenting your personal experience, or exaggerating product benefits, all of that is going to land you in hot water. For example, if you're promoting a health supplement and claim it cures a disease without a shred of evidence, that is a direct, massive violation of FTC rules. Your endorsements always have to reflect your honest experience and truthful info.
Which brings us to Section 4, why authenticity always wins. Let's reframe compliance from a chore into a superpower.
Because following the rules really doesn't have to be a headache. It's basically just a 4-step checklist you can easily bake into your workflow. Step 1. Before posting, review your brand agreements and verify any claims you're about to make. Step 2. While creating the content, pop those clear, visible disclosures exactly where we just discussed. Step 3. Before hitting publish, double-check that your placement is spot on and your affiliate links have warnings right in front of them. And Step 4. After publishing, just monitor your audience feedback, save copies of the sponsored content, and keep a solid record of your brand agreements. Easy, right?
Now, if you're a brand tuning into this explainer, listen up because you are legally on the hook here too. You share this responsibility. You can't just hire an influencer, cross your fingers, and hope they tag things right. Brands have to develop clear guidelines, regularly educate their creators on FTC rules, actively monitor the published content to make sure those tags are visible, require compliance in all their legal contracts, and maintain strong documentation. If a creator breaks the rules, the FTC will absolutely come knocking on the brand's door too.
It all boils down to this fantastic insight. Authenticity remains one of the most valuable assets in digital marketing. Consequently, disclosure should be viewed as a trust-building tool rather than a burden. Consumers today are incredibly savvy, you guys. They spot sponsored content from a mile away. When you try to hide an advertising relationship, all you do is damage trust. But when you openly disclose a partnership with a clear, direct hashtag ad, it doesn't ruin your authenticity, it reinforces it. It proves to your audience that you respect them enough to keep things 100% transparent.
So I want to leave you with one final provocative question to chew on. Is your next post ready for the FTC test? Seriously, think about the content you have scheduled for later this week. Are your affiliate links properly disclosed? Are your brand tags super visible before that read more button? Are you relying a little too much on vague terms like collab? Take the playbook we outlined today, give your upcoming content a quick audit, and step into your next brand partnership with total confidence and absolute transparency.